Sean Porter, we talked about it. You give Coffie a chance to assess, and he made the proper assessments.
Yeah, absolutely. Second round, Rock comes out and he's laying on Coffie. Coffie, doing the best he could to fend for himself and things like that, but comes out in the third round and he figures out, I need to take a step back when Darmani leans in, and that's where I find my opening. First one was a big hook, uppercut, and then the next one was a hook right there, and that was all she wrote.
You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. We're coming off of a PBC on Fox fight card this past Saturday. Featured Caleb Plant versus Caleb Truax. But the co-main event was hometown guy, Philly guy, Darmani Rock versus King's Promotions own Michael Polite Coffie. And Michael Coffie got a third round knockout. Very impressive victory. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hurt by it. I'm not gonna front. I'm a Michael Coffie fan because I follow the fighters that's on King's Promotions. Big shout out to King's Promotions, that whole staff. They're good people over there. But I'm going to ride out for the hometown guy. I'm going to ride out for the Philly guy no matter what. I don't care if they're 100-1 underdog. Like, I'm riding out for the home team. That's what I do. But to see him get taken out like that, and that was his first time really on national TV, like, it was just a bad look, man. Like, it was just a bad look. But it was crazy because there was just a lot of questions going into the fight in regards to Darmani Rock. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background of what was going on going into the fight. Now, it was a rumor that Darmani Rock was pulling out of the fight because of a COVID test. Now, what happened was the COVID test was inconclusive, and then he took another COVID test and it came back negative, so he was good. I also had a conversation with my boy Jamil, YSM Sports Media. Big shout out to Jamil. He's one of the best doing it. Definitely go subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed. YSM Sports Media. One of the best doing it for sure. And I'm on the phone with him and he like, yo, like, I've never seen Michael Coffie fight before. I'm like, yo, dude throw hands. Like, he throw hands. I seen him fight like 3 times. And he's like physically like a big dude. Like, he's between 260, 270. But he's solid. And Jamil was like, I don't know about this fight. I got a bad feel about this fight. I'm like, bro, I got the same bad feeling. And then my boy Scott Lang hit me up. Big shout out to Scott Lang. Now, we do boxing bets together and all that. So he'll hit me up and be like, yo, G5, what you think about this fight? What you think about this fighter? So he hit me up about Darmani Rock. And he hit me up about Michael Coffie, and I was just like, yo, bro, I was like, I'm not confident either way. Like, I don't know how this joint gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go. And I rarely say that. About a fight. I usually get a pretty good sense of what I think is going to happen. But the reason why I was so unclear is because Darmani Rock last fight prior to Saturday was October of 2019. So he went into that fight on a 15-month layoff. 15-month layoff. Going up against a guy that's physically just as big, if not bigger, in terms of weight. And a guy that's been active. And he don't mind throwing hands. So that was the main reason why I was just real suspicious about this fight. Just, Darmani Rock gets his first national TV look coming off of a 15-month layoff against a dude that is 11-0, 8 knockouts. He didn't start boxing until he was 28 years old, but he hungry, though. He hungry. I've seen Michael Coffie fight several times. Like, he fight like he hungry. Like, he let them hands go. And for a guy that started fighting at 28, like, he's technically not a bad fighter. He's not a bad fighter technically. So you can't say, oh, well, he didn't start fighting until he's 28. I should be able to just outbox him and outstyle him. Like, nah, like, Michael Coffie puts in work. And Michael Coffie went in there and did what he had to do to get the victory. Darmani Rock can recover from this. We've seen heavyweights get knocked out or stopped throughout heavyweight history and recover. But Darmani Rock has to be honest with himself. He got to look in that mirror and ask himself, yo, did I put in 110%? Did I put in everything that I needed to do to be successful for my first fight on national TV? If the answer is no, then he has to start with himself. If the answer is yes, then he got a hell of a problem. You know what I'm saying? If he could look in the mirror and be like, he put in 100%, 110%, and he did everything he needed to do to go into this fight, he got bigger problems. He got bigger problems. Now, nobody will mistake Darmani Rock for being a bodybuilder, but a lot of people seen Darmani Rock for the first time Saturday. He just didn't look physically fit. His shorts looked like they was too tight. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was absolutely crazy. And then the strategy going into the fight, I would say probably beyond the first round, from the second round, Darmani Rock started getting on the inside and started leaning on Michael Coffie like he was 30, 40 pounds heavier than Michael Coffie. I'm like, yo, like, y'all the same size. Like, Michael Coffie weighed in at 270, and I think Darmani Rock weighed in at 269. It was one of the two. Like, it was one of the two, but they was basically the same weight. And I'm like, why are you leaning on the inside with a dude that's strong with the short shots? And he ended up getting caught with the short shot. Michael Coffie he threw 3 straight uppercuts and landed the third one. And when I watched it, I was like, damn. I was like, that's the complete opposite of what happened between Leo Santa Cruz and Tank. Leo Santa Cruz is on the ropes. He threw 1 straight right hand, missed. He threw another straight right hand, missed. And then that third one, he missed. And then Tank countered him with the uppercut, and it was night. It was crazy because it was the other way around, because Michael Coffie, he threw 1 uppercut, didn't land it. He threw the second uppercut, didn't land it. When he threw the third uppercut, Darmani Rock was trying to throw something and left himself wide open, but the only thing that could land was a short shot. And he caught him with a perfect uppercut, knocked him down, and then after that, it was pretty much just a wrap. But I didn't understand the strategy from Darmani Rock in the fight. He looked like it almost looked like he took the fight on like short notice. Like, if you didn't know no better, he had notice. But just looking at the fight, you would think he was a last minute replacement or something. Like, it's crazy. Like, the way the fight went compared to Darmani Rock's record and his background, like, it just didn't match. It didn't match at all. Main thing is, if Al Heyman wants to rebuild him, he's going to rebuild Darmani Rock. He's going to rebuild him. He's going to give him opportunities. And to be honest with you, it's in Al Heyman and PBC's best interest to rebuild Darmani Rock anyway, because they need heavyweights on the PBC side anyway, because they a little short stacked over there. It's Deontay Wilder and everybody else as far as PBC is concerned in the heavyweight division. But as far as Darmani Rock, personally, I want to see him recover. Like, I want to see a fighter from the city of Philadelphia succeed, period. Under any circumstances, I want to see them succeed. But he got to be honest with himself. Like, he really, really got to be honest with himself. And he got to get back in the lab. He needs to get back in the ring probably within the next, I would say, 4 months, 5 months. If he can get a fight in the summertime just to get his feet wet and get himself a W under his belt, he got to rebuild himself. He got to rebuild himself. And it's funny because the sport of boxing, it don't matter how many wins you can get in a row. Depending on the type of loss that you take, you may never recover. So we're going to find out a lot about Darmani Rock going forward. But he the hometown guy. I'm going to support him 100%. And, I hope he recovers from this and come back stronger than ever. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.